Hello, my name is Chris Romeo, and this is my musical autobiography. I was born on September 23rd, 1985 in Secaucus, New Jersey, to Frank and Myrna Romeo. The music playing is Born in the USA by Bruce Springsteen, also born in New Jersey, and definitely had a huge influence musically on my father, but not so much me. Musically, I cannot remember too much living in New Jersey, because I was only there for about the first 3 years of my life. The only thing I remembered musically, but is still present in my life, is my mother's side of the family and their love of salsa and merengue music. Every family gathering, someone would put the salsa music on, and the whole family would be up dancing. This still happens with my family, and salsa and merengue music are always on my playlist. Now, if we want to take a look at my first musical memory, where I wanted to be a part of the music, we would have to take a look at after I moved out of New Jersey and settled with my family in London, England in 1989. I think the reason I love musicals so much is because they are pretty much the first form of music I can remember listening to and wanting to be a part of. Going to see the shows with my family in London and then singing the songs non-stop in the car every day began to make music so special to me. Still to this day, my brother and I always talk about this one particular cassette tape of Les Miserables we had growing up in England. The tape would stop in order for you to flip right to the other side in the middle of a big cadence of Red and Black. It would pretty much comedically clip the cadence.
Red, the blood of angry men, black, the dark of ages past, red, a world about to dawn, black, the night that ends at...
We would laugh for hours about it and still bring it up to this very day. When it comes to family musical influence, I'm not entirely sure where I got my musical capability from. The one person that made any kind of music in our family was related by blood, my uncle Pee-wee. Nicknamed after looking just like Pee Wee Herman, he was married to my father's sister. He was a master of karaoke, as well as dabbled a little on the piano and guitar. He is definitely my earliest memory of being spoken to about music. He was actually the only person I can remember growing up that would talk to me about music, until music teachers. The one thing he showed me that would change my life forever was a video of drum and bugle corps. This was the first time in my life I knew what activity I wanted to partake in for the rest of my life. And it couldn't have happened at a better time as I was moving back to the States to Charlotte, North Carolina. Here's where I was fortunate to watch my first concert band. The local high school was playing a concert of all John Williams pieces, including themes from Jurassic Park, Star Wars, and Indiana Jones. After that moment, I knew I wanted to make music for the rest of my life. Something about John Williams' music writing that not only is memorable, but I just connected so much with it. Still to this day, I absolutely love John Williams' music. Not only for the fact that it helped influence my love of music, but he's still writing some fantastic scores for the new movies coming out. To top it all off, my best friend is actually named after John Williams. Coincidence? Fortunately, shortly after that experience, I was placed into an Intro to Music course due to a rotation of electives, and through that, I was fortunate to begin playing trumpet. It seems like everything was happening at the right time. The following year I moved down to Fort Lauderdale and immediately was signed up for concert band, marching band, and jazz band. Any way I could immerse myself musically, I would. All of my friends, outside of my neighborhood friends, were all a part of music or marching band in some way. This continued through high school, where I became even more obsessed with marching band. I absolutely fell in love with the concept of intense teamwork that was involved, as well as the competition aspect and striving for excellence. It was so important to me. I worked my butt off to become the trumpet section leader my junior year and then band captain my senior year. Going into college, I wasn't entirely sure if I could make a living playing trumpet, so I decided to go in for pre-med. But decided to attend the college where my high school band teacher went, at the University of South Florida. Miss L was definitely the biggest influence in my life musically. She was just a fun, loving person that made music enjoyable. She's the only one who showed me how amazing music can be for the mind, body, and soul. To be honest, music was the most enjoyable thing in my life. So, even though I went to college for pre-med, I continued playing the trumpet in concert bands, as well as becoming trumpet section leader in the Herd of Thunder marching band. So you can see it was very hard for me to put down music. Through college marching band, I was very fortunate to find the music fraternity Phi Mu Alpha. Through this brotherhood, I learned how powerful music can be and how important it can be to some people. I also feel Phi Mu Alpha is where I learned responsibility. Becoming president 2 consecutive terms in a row kind of gave me the confidence that I need, that I was doing the right thing. If a whole group of men voted me to lead them and represent them, then I must have been doing something right. Phi Mu Alpha is also the reason I was fortunate in discovering my voice, which is now my primary instrument. Through all of the ritual chants and a cappella music the brothers would sing together, I was able to try something I never did before. The brothers recognized that I had a talent, and through lots of encouragement, I ended up speaking with the voice faculty. This was definitely the turning point in my musical life. This was the first time in my entire life I felt like I could survive through life by making music. It was a great feeling. Through USF, I landed my first stage performance, which happened to be Rocky Horror Show, where I played Eddie and was nominated for the Irene Ryan Acting Award. Followed shortly by Hair, where we were forced to get naked just before intermission, forcing me to change my lifestyle, helping me to lose 150 pounds. So you can see, music has already had a positive effect on my life. After that, I landed my first classical solo performance with the Tampa Oratory Society, singing the tenor solo for Puccini's Messa di Gloria. All while I have been working my way up the ranks with the St. Petersburg Opera Company. Working with St. Petersburg Opera since 2010, I've had the pleasure to meet so many people, but one in particular has truly helped me find my passion, which is helping people through music. So in a sense, I have made my full circle back to the healthcare profession. I'm just fortunate enough to be playing music every day for it. That very special lady who has helped me so dear is Paula Kramer. Miss Kramer was a choreographer during the production of St. Pete Opera's The Fledermaus. She wasn't well liked by the cast, so much due to her easy choreography, but for some reason I hit it off with her and ended up talking about dance therapy. Through this conversation, we continued to talk, and eventually I met a group called Creative Clay. Through Creative Clay, I was able to sing bedside at children's hospitals every Friday for a whole year. This was one of the most amazing experiences of my life, and began to really open my eyes to what music can really be used for. I used to think the music industry was only focused on fame and greed. It completely changed my outlook on music, and inspired me to seek out St. Mary's and pursue music therapy. For my musical outlets, currently I am still singing with the St. Petersburg Opera Company. I perform at St. Mary's Our Lady of Grace Catholic Church in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I have a vocal trio where we use our classical voices and sing pop songs. The vocal trio is titled Classica and can be found at www.classicashow.com, where we are currently planning our 8-show tour of Ireland and London in September. I'm super excited about everything I have coming out musically, and just knowing that my life is immersed in music, I'm just super excited about the future.